Hey everybody, this is the Social Hermit from Trade Hunters. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a little run over of my opinions on some things. Right now we got some gameplay of Unreal Tournament 3 with our boy Gary Oak playing a little bit. This ought to be... Jesus Christ, did he just like nuke somebody? Alright, but anyway, what I'm going to be talking about today is actually talking about how TF2's market is. TF2's market is pretty interesting in the fact that it is basically its own self-contained system. They have many different things. People try and barter between with kind of, you know, metal. You've got your different types and everything, classifications, items that have their own different worth. All of it's just kind of estimated on user need. Now, I don't really think that it's actually a barter system. It's more of a kind of currency-based, you know, actual cash system. You know, people want metal for doing certain things. People want different things like, say, I don't know, like earbuds from the Mac update. Which, I mean, I understand they're kind of neat. They were a very rare object, but you're not going to exactly get a whole lot for them when you're thinking about it from a cash standpoint. People do make actually some physical US dollars off of this thing, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, how much do you have to actually enjoy a game to get anything like a frickin' dollar amount out of a digital item? I mean, I've spent cash on digital items before. I enjoy, you know, getting certain things that are kind of neat. Oh, this has pretty cool cosmetic, you know, things. But other than that, it doesn't have any real bonus to it. You've got, you know, the new Linux thing that just came out for all the people that play Linux. It's kind of cool. You've got, you know, guys that have... Alright, yeah, I'm rambling. I get it. But the new Linux Penguin, it's essentially the Linux version of the earbuds. It's neat, it's rare, there's like, I think, 32,000 in existence compared to like the 50 or 60,000 that there are in the earbuds. Those are worth quite a bit. It's seriously expensive. People pay like hundreds of dollars just for earbuds. You know, I think they're like worth something like 20 keys or something like that, and at one point they were like worth a whole bunch of keys. People pay for those unusual items that have the weird colorings and the smoking kind of stuff and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's interesting designs, interesting rare factors, and all of this is just simply based on the rarity and the desire to have something that is perceived to be better than what everybody else has. It's not an amazing prospect, and it's not exactly the most unique idea that was ever produced, but it has its own kind of things. It's an interesting prospect, and I mean, I understand that I'm supposed to be somewhat, you know, because of the wonderful little way that we've got our system set up for our group and our services, that I'm supposed to kind of enjoy this. I don't like the fact that you have to pay to play on some games, and I don't like that, you know, some items and whatnot are extremely overpowered because you paid $5 for it. It's ridiculous. They have that problem in not Battlefield, but PlanetSide 2. PlanetSide 2, you have a whole lot of, you know, people that actually pay for the items, the different guns and whatnot, which is kind of neat, I guess, but it's not exactly the best way to have anything set up. I mean, if you're going to be doing something like that, you at least need skill with it. With TF2, everything's very level, even to do everything. So all this is cosmetic and just based on what people want and not exactly what they need, which is a nice thing to do.
5 minutes.
Oh, apparently I got 5 minutes left. Wicked. But the biggest issue that I'm going to see with all of this is that if someone, say, goes out and is able to find one of these ultra rare items, pretty much all they're doing now is just spending, is just basically controlling a specific market. They can get a whole lot of cash off of this. They can, you know, spend however many hours just trying to do certain things. But it's a little bit ridiculous. And I understand that the currency thing is it's there for a reason. It provides an extra kind of incentive to actually play and to go out and to find items and to interact with other people. But the biggest problem that you're going to have with that is people are greedy, and people don't exactly want to just, you know, hand over whatever. The whole metal aspect and everything else, nobody really pays attention to it. It's metal. You're not exactly going to get a huge amount out of it. That's what we use as our base measure for everything. When you're looking at it from, say, an outside perspective, this looks absolutely silly. People pay cash for digital items? It's kind of silly. But people pay exorbitant amounts for just pretty much anything that is a part of a hobby. Which, I mean, I've got hobbies that are, you know, expensive. Computers are outrageously expensive. All the parts and everything else, it gets really expensive.
3 minutes remaining.
But, you know, this is digital items. There's no physical manifestation, so it's actually, a lot of people have issues with it. They can't fully comprehend it. But, you know, that's just kind of my opinion on things. Why did he just drop down? That's kind of weird. It stops. I'm guessing Gary's a little bit confused as well. He's not even getting up or anything. There we go. All right. One of the biggest problems that I have with, you know, but it's paying cash for digital items is, say somebody buys something. Where is the receipt that you actually got something? How can you prove that, oh, you actually own this item? Yes, I understand there are DRM things that you can do that, you know, provide some form of ownership towards something. But the biggest problem is you've got terrible ideas that are just kind of popping up here. You know, I'm not a fan of DRM. I don't like it. I think it just should be open. Yeah, God, this is distracting gameplay. You know, it's throwing me off of my game. But you've got numerous things that you can do. You can work yourself to the bone and idle and everything else like what I do to get these TF2 items. Which, yes, they're kind of neat. You know, you get some very interesting designs that people have really pushed forward to do this. I mean, I know there's a whole bunch of guys that they spent years developing these things, and they make hundreds of thousands of dollars just off of these things. And I am very glad for them. But spending like $10 on a digital item that has, you know, no real physical value to it is kind of ridiculous.
1 minute remains.
I mean, you get a bunch of people just buying random crap. PlanetSide 2 is one of the worst that you can get with those. I mean, but that's just my feelings on things. I mean, I understand the whole currency aspect of it. Everybody wants to own something and feel like they're better and whatnot. But that's just kind of how it
30
goes.
seconds left.
Looks like I got 30 seconds left on this. And it seems like, you know, Gary's doing pretty well on this. But, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. I mean, yeah, this is just my opinions on this. This no way reflects the entire
9,
people's
8,
ideas.
7,
But
6,
anyway,
5,
this is the Social Hermit from Trade Hunters, just giving you my opinion. Just wanted to tell you guys what's happening. See you next time.